glad I wake up every day, but I missed a couple angels. Said you in the game. You don't see it from that angle. Said you niggas ain't official, cause you niggas making calls. Said you niggas make me nervous, you complying with the law. If you ever been a witness, I am shocked and I'm appalled. They take you out the...
All right, guys, you heard it here first. That was Trell Blaze, Dame Sound of the South, and Court Thug, and the song called Official. I'd like to welcome to the stream our guest today, Trell Blaze. Thank you for being a part of the podcast, man.
Already.
So, how many? We'll go ahead and pop it off with the questions. How many years have you been doing music?
Music, I got probably like cool. I've been doing this shit since like 16, 17.
Yeah, it's starting young. And I've been doing it about as long, probably since about 15, 16. I'm 28 now, so...
Professionally, I've probably been doing it since 21.
Hell yeah. And who are some of your more influential artists that kind of put you on the path to do this?
A lot of my influences, like Pastor Troy, Outkast, BG, Missy,
yeah.
And a whole bunch of local rappers from Virginia.
Okay. We'll touch. We're gonna save the local rappers until the end. We'll touch on those as we, because I do a segment at the end where I ask about people you'd like to see come and do this with us. So we'll save some of those till the end, but just know that they are coming. We are gonna put y'all in. Don't worry. Okay. So what can you tell us about the song we just heard, Official?
That's the song produced by a dude named Germ. He's from Atlanta or whatever. He had produced the beat. Rest in peace, Dame, Sound of the South. My boy, he passed some time ago. He came up with the hook, and it was just one of them songs where we just follow his lead, man. Like, something special.
Yeah, you catch that vibe and you just roll.
Yeah, like it wasn't even a planned song. It just came and we just laid it down.
Okay. And how did that song affect the future of your music?
Say it again.
Is that how did Official affect the way that you wrote and produced your music after that?
I produce this stuff now. Like at that time, I won't. You feel what I'm saying? So like being able to have a whole bunch of creative control and just being able to print the track, you know what I'm saying? Like it like motivated me to want to make my own beats, want to mix my own music, like because ain't nobody hearing it how I like to hear it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody has the ears like you.
Yeah, the engineer who engineered that song name was Yankee. You know what I'm saying? Yankee music. Like dude, dope young dude, man. Like one of the best I ever heard. He brought sauce to the city. And people just start rolling with his stuff, like rolling with his like mixes. It kind of influenced me to want to make my own mixes and do my own beats. So I ended up starting doing that like eventually.
All right, and y'all heard it here first. Yankee, look out for him. Dope artist, dope engineer. So make sure y'all go show him some love. Everybody mentioned in the video will be linked in the description at the end. So touching on your influences and maybe going back a little bit further. Tell me how Trell Blaze came about. How did you come up with your name?
My block.
I heard that.
Like that's just what motherfuckers start calling me.
And are those same people the influences that got you into doing music or?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, and you wanna shout a couple of them out? Some of your influences from your hood and
Yeah, gotta shout out Slap the Reaper, shout out Ty, shout out who else? Got a whole bunch. Shout out Dame, of course. Shout out Quando, Trey 8, you know. And everybody else on my block that rap. Battle Boys, all of them.
hell yeah, we're here for all the plugs. You can name everybody you want to, bro.
Yeah, like I mean I ain't got too many to name. Like, you know, I like Woody Man, you know what I'm saying? Core Royalty. It's a few. I can go for a year. Like
Hey, I understand that, but that's real love, yo. That's real love. I mean, make sure like that's what we're all about on this channel, showing love to the community, making sure that artists have a voice. Um, all right. Do you have any new work that you're excited about coming out or not
yes,
necessarily?
sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Like, we got a project called like we got a new little group put together called Project Babies. We trying to put together something for like this summer. Consists of me, Quando, Trey 8. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put out something to represent, you know what I'm saying? Like a universal sound, more club like sound. Like it's a new sound for me. So I'm definitely feeling them. I'm feeling the new sauce that we've been cooking up or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, nice. It's always good to branch out and to explore different lanes for your music. Having one lane is great, but having many lanes is beneficial.
Right. Trying to keep
What?
I don't want people to think like my sound all about one sound or he can rap all his gangster beats. Like we make music about any and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what can you tell me about? Well, first, where you grew up and how life was like that, and anything you can kind of give me about the lifestyle that you had as a young man.
I grew up Richmond, Virginia, Hillside Court, Wookham Court. You know what I'm saying? Hillside is the only project. Wow. Hillside is the only project in the South Side. You know, my mama raised us up in Wookham, so I was back and forth between Wookham and Hillside. Grew up, of course, is lower income, of course. Wouldn't be right without a good old low income story.
Yeah, have to have the come up.
You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be right without a little struggle story.
Yeah, and just know to everybody that's watching, there are more names, but due to the fact that it's from the hood, you can't name everybody, bro. You gotta you gotta keep some names out of there. So
Got to keep.
so yeah, so anybody who wasn't mentioned, don't feel bad, man. You're not being forgotten.
Ain't enough time. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Plus, we don't want to please knocking on your door. So.
Right.
How was it? How was it being raised by your mom?
Being raised up by my mama, I was the only boy, so you know that had its advantages and disadvantages. But like Duke's real strict, good mama. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't put us through nothing that we ain't had to put ourselves through. She did the right things as a parent. You know, she ended up getting married, but then like with her situation, you know, she married a nigga from the streets. So you know how that go. They did her basically her marriage. She had to have a marriage behind penitentiary. So she doing the bid, my stepdaddy doing the bid, she doing it with him. So you know,
I hear.
raising me and two other girls, Dolo. You know what I'm saying? Like she the real MVP.
For real, Mom Duke sound like a rider.
Yeah, Duke's kept a narrow path.
Well, keep your head up, Mom Dukes. We'll be here when you come home.
Yes, she's still here.
Is there anything outside of artists, and this is gonna kind of go into my next question as well, but is there anything outside of artists that got you interested in the music scene besides, you know, people that are already in music?
Poetry. Poetry definitely got me deep in debt with the music, because my mama used to write. I forgot to tell you that. My mama used to write poems all the time, and I really started, like, before I can even count bars and stuff. Like, I started. I had an interview. I mean, what they call them? A Black History report one day. We had to write like a 5-paragraph essay about the person that they chose, and the teacher gave each person a person to go and study, and they gave me Langston Hughes.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up like really catching the love for it. The rhythm came later.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, it was even as far back as Shakespeare. Just the way the words fell, it just felt right, and it was a great way to express myself.
Right. Couldn't nobody tell me whether I was right or wrong.
And that actually leads into my next question. How do you feel about the state of music today with all the I'm just gonna say it like it is. All these fucking mumble rappers out here with the painted hair and the skittle teeth and snitching. We ain't gonna say no names, but
with that, I feel like, I mean, things can't always be the same, so I gotta respect the new. But you can't run from traditional.
for sure.
You can't, like, I ain't gonna say you can't, but you can't just ignore everything that got done before you got there.
Yeah, you got to pay that homage.
Gotta pay homage. That's mandatory. That's for one. Far as they street code, man, teach his own, man.
Yeah, it's seeming like more and more as that's just going out the window. People just don't have the same respect they used to have.
Can't expect everybody to have the '80s type of movement because they ain't getting the '80s type of money.
I know that's right. So, yeah, and so how do you feel about? I mean, I don't know if you can speak on this too much, but the way that I won't call them gangs, but groups from the hood are portrayed in music.
Depending on who, what, when, where, how, why, when.
Yeah, everybody got a reason.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people use it in the right manner. Some people use it in the wrong manner. Some people got a misconception about it, like Illuminati, right? Everybody, it's supposed to be a secret society, but everybody know about it, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that much of a secret. But that also leads to perspective too.
So what would you tell some people to kind of lift some of those misconceptions of the hood? Because a lot of people, I mean, you know, being from the hood, like we know that it's not all that they're showing on the news. They only show the bad shit. So right. What insight can you give to the good side of the hood?
Self-preservation is the first law of life.
All right. So earlier, before the interview, me and Trell had a talk, and he sent me over a couple of these songs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a clip from the first one, which is "What I Want." So let's go ahead and get that playing, and we'll react to it as it's playing.
I think they come with models. Set the club on fire just to show you how. Yeah, they know I'm a problem. Your boy hot as lava. I turn this bitch up right now. You calling in a model. Bass hitting, you can feel it when you jigging.
Hell yeah, that line hit hard. Bass hitting, you can feel it when you jigging. So what can you tell me about how this song came about and maybe some of the influences that helped you, like, not helped you write it, but had a hand in the process of this?
That song came about because I was hungry and I was in the drive-thru.
Hey, anywhere and everywhere.
It didn't. I was saying it's I don't know. It just I was driving and I pull up in Cookout, and then the lady was like, "Oh, hello, this is Cookout. How may I take your order?" And I was like, what I want to eat. And I stayed there like 5 minutes, and she just kept saying hello, hello, and I said, what I want. And she just came up.
Hell yeah. And that just goes to show everybody that you don't have to be inspired by what someone else is doing. Sometimes it can just be what you want in the moment.
Everyday shit, man.
Yeah, and a lot of times people underestimate the impact of things like that. The next song that we're gonna play, and we're moving kind of quick here because, believe it or not, we're already like 16, almost 20 minutes deep. So yeah, it flies, man. It flies. I'll catch myself doing hour-and-a-half interviews if I'm not careful. But hey, man, I just love the culture, bro. I know people are like, oh well, people are appropriating. I don't roll with that shit. I love the culture. I show my appreciation the way I can.
Already.
So this is Grind. So let's play a couple bars out of there, and then we'll go into a little detail on that song as well.
When you come from the struggle,
I made that beat too.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes it's all you know. All I know is grind, my nigga. And put in work, yeah. So all I do is grind, my nigga. And put in work, yeah. So all I know is grind, my nigga.
Yes, sir. All you know is grind. Put in work, son.
Yes, sir.
And so I at risk of repeating myself, what can you tell me about this song? Sorry, guys, we didn't have a lot of prep time. This was kind of a on the moment thing.
That one right there is pretty much self-explanatory, bro. Like that's the one you play when you get up, go to work. You trying to get out, get your money, man.
Yes, sir. That's that motivational money. You wake up and get straight to that grind. So now that we've heard 3 songs from your I guess I could say repertoire. Do you have any plans? Like I asked you earlier, do you have any plans to release anything?
Yeah, I am.
Outside of your summer tracks.
We in the process of making like 2 CDs, like one for the summer and try to drop one like around fall area.
Okay.
Project Baby, Bad Company, and Project Baby, Sauce God.
Hell yeah! And now that we've gotten through this, I can ask this question: if you have one? Because not everybody does. But what is your strategy if you want to share it? To dropping your music? Do you drop it at a specific time? Do you time it around other things? What's your strategy to make sure you get the maximum views on your projects?
I mean, putting it out there and then going to put in some footwork and let it build itself.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about the footwork that you put in, even anything as low as like sharing on social media, or I know some artists that used to roll around and bump it out their car.
Right. Like, I record artists too, so like for me to get with other artists, it's easier on my end because I can record and then fit in whatever they're trying to do. The old school footwork, putting it in, telling people about it, social medias, making sure I share my social medias. I got a decent little team to help me put stuff like out there or whatever. Like shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Noso. Like they help me with put my stuff out. Commando, Artillery, the guy, you know what I'm saying? He makes sure I put my stuff out there. Like I got a nice little avenues of who I get to help.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I feel like people underestimate. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm an independent artist. I can do this by myself. I can do this by myself." But they don't realize even independent artists got a team. They just ain't on a label.
Yeah, you got to be prepared to break a lot of bread.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're
That's
supposed
exactly what you do. No one man can do it by himself.
Yeah, and I've been learning that a lot lately. Like since I've been doing these interviews, I've been able to connect with so many more artists. And as a producer, someone in the same career path as myself, I understand where you're coming from. Like every artist that comes in the studio is another opportunity, another person to network with.
Right.
And what I tell people is like, if we support each other, my fans are your fans. Your fans are my fans because they're gonna see us do those projects and they're gonna hear us. And one of the big things, well, one of the biggest advice that I can give to artists is make sure you don't piss off the people that you're working with, because that's a good, that's a good way to lose everything.
Yeah, you definitely gonna want them to put in some work for you.
Yeah, and do you feel like artists maybe undersell themselves sometimes?
I feel like artists don't believe. That's why they're afraid to put the money into their own craft.
Yeah,
Like,
go
if
ahead.
I tell you, hey, I charge you for a feature, and your mind, like, well, I'm gonna pay him. I can call him. They ain't looking at it as I'm gonna make this money back because of this, or I'm gonna make this money back because of that. They don't look at it like that.
Yeah, they look at that money coming out of their wallet. They don't look what might come back in.
Right.
And you can't have that dream and without investing, and it's not just investing in other people to push your dream, it's investing in yourself.
Right. God, look at this wild child. Right, sit down. Wild ass dog.
Hey, that's all right, man. I got 3 dogs right now. I had to put them up, and they would be acting crazy during that. Okay, so as well as being a lyrical artist, tell me a little bit about your production and maybe give us a little promo on that.
My production, my producer name is Hometown Hero. Cause I ain't trying to I got a different name, a different alias for my production on the strength of I ain't trying to have to go through what Kanye went through.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
Right.
having two names, same person. Some people think it's stupid, but I look at it as a line of business. I know what you're there for.
Yeah, and that gives you it might sound weird, but that's 2 different jobs. Being a lyrical artist and then doing your production, that's 2 different things. So
when you can do both of them in one, that's a great skill.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And especially if you build notoriety on 2 different avenues, then that's
Right.
just that's just double the views for you and double the income. Plus people that, like you said, people that are looking at you for production know that's what they're there for. They're not there to do a feature with Trell Blaze. They're there to get produced by Hometown Hero.
Right. 2 separate monies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you feel about? And I mean, this isn't a big thing, but people like to know. What do you feel about the current trend of outfits, I should say? I don't even want to call them that because some of them are ridiculous. But the current trends of outfits of these younger artists, like for instance, MGK wearing a blouse.
Right. I mean, if that's how grown men want to represent themselves, I mean, who am I to tell them?
Yeah. In my opinion, man, I mean, I think clothes are clothes, but there's a time and a place, man. Not on the red carpet.
That's how they want to respect themselves. If the man want to have a gun in his belly button showing, go back.
Excuse me.
Like
All right. All right. Yeah, we still got a little bit of time. What was your first as a producer? Because as you being a lyricist and a producer, we have a lot to talk about because I do the same shit. So, as a producer, what was your favorite piece of equipment? Or if you don't have, physical equipment, what was your favorite piece of software?
My favorite piece of equipment, of course, would be the piano. My favorite software, of course, would be Fruity Loops.
Yes, sir. Fruity Loops is excellent, especially for people that are interested in making instrumentals. It's so great.
Use weird because I use all of them in my production process. I use Pro Tools, my production list. I use Logic first.
Yeah.
Then I use Logic, Fruity Loop, then Pro Tools.
Okay. This is my favorite piece of equipment. This thing is a fucking monster. It was between this and the NPC. And I still want that bad boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, mine's, yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but mine's back here on the chair right here.
Motherfucking Phantom.
Hell yeah. See, that's what's up. That's how you know.
Yes, sir. I spend money on this shit.
and people underestimate the cost that goes into this. They're like, oh well, this person just made a song. This person just wrote some words, and now they're famous. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. You
don't
have
work like that at all. That shit costs.
Yes, sir. You gotta drop money. If it's not on your own equipment, it's using somebody else's or hiring studio techs or even promoting your shit. Even all the way, every single thing costs the artist money.
Yeah.
And all that money you make ain't really making money. You might have some profit, but most of that's going back to replace the money you spend on your gear.
I mean, when you're good at what you do, you're gonna instantly see your money back.
Yeah.
I have asked any up and coming, producer, artist, cameraman, whatever they want to call themselves, invest in you.
Have you done any shows?
I haven't been doing shows lately. I've been coming up with the craft.
Okay. Back when, so you said lately, so that means you have done some. What was your favorite performance?
My favorite performance, I think it was a little Source Tour show that came to Richmond one day. I think that was like the most dope show I ever did.
Hell yeah. I remember back 2016 was the last show that I did, and that was at the Artist Showcase for North Carolina in Raleigh. And
okay.
that was cool, but I had to pay to be in it. So it was one of those get in, try to win some
money. They
definitely
make you pay to try to yeah.
And they gave us tickets to sell, but me being a newer artist, I didn't have the fan base at the time to get 50 tickets sold.
Right.
No, granted I didn't have to, but that could have covered my costs and everything. Now I will say, guys, real quick, the Artist Showcase through Coast to Coast Live is a great opportunity to get some notoriety. It does cost you $300 to perform a 15-minute set, but that's 3 songs you get to perform in front of like 20 grand people. So I recommend it to every artist. I usually don't say it on the show, but I'm gonna give them some.
If they got merchandise, they'll just sell their merchandise for the 15 minutes.
Exactly. Like it's time that you can put your face out there. So make sure y'all go check it out, and they do go to every state. So just check out their times and when they're coming to you. All right, we're coming to the end here. So I usually close it out with 3 questions, and I tell every artist, don't, if there's more you want to say, don't worry. We do after your video comes out, we'll schedule with you a longer interview. So don't worry about that. That way, we can get more in depth. This is an overview to show who the artist is.
All right.
So to close this out, I have 3 questions. Question 1. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to pursue, in this case, music production as a career?
Don't be scared to go for what you want.
Yes, sir. Elaborate a little bit.
If you feel like you can do it, you can. Don't let your youth pass you by thinking you could have done or wanted to do. I put the work in now.
And I can attest to that, because so many times I found myself, like, I'm 28 and I'll think to myself every other day, like, I'm 28. What was I doing for the last 8 years that I wasn't doing this, or that I need to do this year? And you got to make sure as you're having those thoughts, you're actually making that progress, because you don't want to just sit there, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? And then just drown in your despair. Make some moves, man. Make some moves. All right. Next question. And this is the big shout out portion. So take your time. Anybody that you think would benefit from this experience or enjoy coming on and talking about their way of life and the art that they produce. We don't just do musicians here. We also do painters, tattoo artists, any type of art that they believe in themselves. Let us know right now.
Everybody who's doing something in Richmond, Virginia, man, like, I feel like this would be an opportunity for them, because I'm saying it's different for them. That's basically it. Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. who don't need this? Who don't need exposure? Who don't need somebody to listen to what they got going on, what they brand about, what they music about, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just not avenue for them.
Hell yeah. Anybody that you would personally recommend that I get in contact with?
BBMG, Band Chasing. Who else? No Soul, Thief at Night, PSC. What my name? Shout out Young Chop, FNF. Don't Fold Entertainment. Slew of our people, man. She can go on.
Yes, sir. And those are just a couple of the names. I'm gonna get with Trell after the interview, and we're gonna put down a list. But hey, we got a lot of good artists coming your way. I'm honestly excited for you guys to meet some of these people and to really get to know people that's really out here doing this, not just these flashy famous faces. Because these flashy famous faces are in the industry. These people that we have on this podcast are from the streets. They're from your neighborhood. They hungry. They're out here reaching for their goals. They ain't achieved it. I mean, they achieved some. I don't want to put nothing bad on nobody's name, but they're still fighting for their place among the rest of the artists and the rest of the people that are already known. So let's get them out there. All the names you heard in this video. And last question, man. Last question. Is there any merch or anybody's merch that you would like to plug at the end of this video?
Yeah, man, y'all gotta show love to Millionaire Clubhouse.
Hell yeah. What? Go ahead.
Big brand coming up.
Okay. Hell yeah. And all right, everybody. That was the artist introduction, artist interview, episode 6 for Trell Blaze. He is a artist. One more time, let him know where you're from and what you do, man.
Richmond, Virginia, man. I produce, engineer, artist.
All right, and even if you're not in Richmond, if you're willing to make that trip to work with a great artist and a great producer, make sure y'all look up Trell Blaze, man. He ain't playing with y'all, bro. He's trying to. Go ahead.
I say I'm out here. Anybody trying to work, hit me up. I can definitely put something together for you.
Yes,
All
sir.
about making new music for the new future, man.
And y'all heard, man, his music ain't nothing to play with, y'all. His music ain't nothing to play with, and his production skills are on point. So if y'all need that shit, let him know. Go check out Trell Blaze. I'm gonna stick a link to every single one of his socials, every single one. His Instagram's new, so he ain't got a lot of stuff up there, but don't knock it. Go follow that shit. Run his numbers up, y'all. Run that shit up.
I got you. They gonna catch all that in the link.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much for being on. We always appreciate the artists we have. I wish I would have had a little bit more runtime, but I know you're busy. I know you got things going on. I just appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much.
Already, bro.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching the podcast today. And don't forget, we have one coming up tomorrow. I'm not going to plug it in this podcast because this is Man's podcast. But I'll let y'all know afterwards who's coming up tomorrow. And be looking out for the reschedule for the in-depth interview with Trell Blaze, because we're going to get a little bit more into some of the meaning behind his music and more about the come up and the struggles that he's seen as an artist. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey.